All right. Worldwide launch is here, and with that comes the new season, all the new cards, which, by the way, we got a ton of, changes to ranked, which are kind of interesting. We'll have to see how that plays out. And then all the new event cards, which we are going off of Check My Game, is the new event for the first 2 weeks. So let's get into it, guys, and see what we got. But it looks like Matthew Tkachuk is going to be a featured player all year, as he's 2 events in a row now. So we're going to start with the XP path, which is 70 days. That's right. Middle of November is what we're looking at for season number 1. So 70 days for the XP path. The XP path is kind of set up similar to what we've seen last year, which is you're going to get packs with collectibles in it and tokens and the BNDs, but you're also going to get packs with like 80 overall players and then 76 plus packs as well. So as you progress through the packs, you're going to get enough collectibles where you can take those collectibles and you can turn them into sets. And the set seems similar to what we had again last year, where you can turn them into tokens to upgrade your card, your BND cards you get out of the path. I would not do this. This is something that we realized last year is a very bad investment, as you're turning a tradable reward with the collectibles into a BND reward, which gives you 0 usage. So you don't want to do this. Instead, you want to take the packs that help you in the situation you're trying to do. So for instance, I will go all the way to the top and I will start taking like 79 plus packs, hoping to get a big pull. The choice packs are always a better way to go, because instead of taking the 79 or the 81 plus pack and only getting 1 player, you pay a little bit more and get 1 overall less for double the chances. So instead of just banking on 1 pull, you get to bank on a bunch of cards coming out of the pack. Last year was 4. I'm imagining it's going to be the same. And you get a better chance at getting 1 big pull out of 4 cards than just 1 lucky pull. Now, they did increase the price of it, I'm seeing, by a significant amount, as we're looking at 55 collectibles to get yourself 1 79 plus choice pack. Last year, these sets would have cost 10 collectibles, and it's looking like this year they're costing 5x of what they cost. And I didn't see in the XP path 5x worth of collectibles. So it looks like you're going to have to really make decisions on taking the higher overall or just grabbing yourself an elite pack for 20 collectibles. But they definitely made it cost a lot more to get these packs. But with the BND cards coming out of the XP path, it starts with Matty Beniers, who you can power up to an 85 overall card. He has 87 speed and 86 shooting are his best features on this card. He also comes with no contest and big rig. Not a card I'd be too hyped up to build, but if he's a favorite player, go after it. Thatcher Demko, being 6'4", 89 speed, is an interesting choice, but his 83 aggression has him playing out at the hash marks, which is really easy to burn. So if you do take Thatcher Demko, I would be very careful with his placement when he's facing faraway shots. Vince Dunn usually is a very good player. He's got good defensive awareness, good stick check, and 88 speed. So he should be a fairly safe pick if none of these players interest you. Same with Philip Hronek, is another safe pick, but on the opposite side, he does come with Rocket. If you're someone that takes a lot of slap shots, I am not someone that takes a lot of slap shots. So the Rocket X Factor doesn't do anything for me. 87 speed, 88 stick check. It's a decent defensive card for free. Definitely really good. And then Will Smith has quick release and ankle breaker. Quick release has been shown to be one of the best X Factors so far. When it comes off the stick, chances are it's going in the net. But quick release is really good. He's got 84 accuracy and 87 speed. If you are not sure who to take, for me, it's either Will Smith or Vince Dunn. But if you have a favorite player, take that one, because they're going to be on your team for a while. But to finish out the XP path players, which you get well into the XP path, 60 levels in, 600,000 XP, you're looking at Macklin Celebrini, who has elite edges and, again, quick release. And like I said, quick release is very dominant. So if you have it on any of your cards, you want to activate it. 88 speed, 91 agility. So that agility is going to be massive out there early on if you can get this card fast enough. And then 88 shooting with the quick release. This card is going to be pretty strong until November, I hope, because that's when we get more, is November. So hopefully this one can pull its weight until then. Now, with that being the XP path, I did say that there was changes to ranked, and here they are. Ranked looks like it's going to be following a little bit of a player reward system like we see in champs. These players are going to be players you earn as you climb the ranked ladder from silver all the way up to elite. If you can get there, these cards are BND, but their overalls progress the higher you go. Now, when you get to silver, you can no longer drop to bronze. When you get to diamond, that is going to be a checkpoint where you can no longer drop down to platinum. And then obviously the ultimate chase of getting to ultimate where you get the jerseys. But if diamond is your real checkpoint, when you get to diamond, you can no longer drop down. And as for the ranked ladder, how it changes is you get the new cards at the level 1 of each tier. So you get an 82 BND choice pack at level 1 of silver. You get a level 82 BND pack at level 1 of gold. You get a level 83 BND pack at level 1 of, and then the 84 BND you get at diamond, and then the 85 BND you get at elite. But obviously the ultimate chase is going to be getting up to ultimate, where you can get your hands on these unique jerseys. Now, unfortunately, if you still lose squares when you lose games, this is not going to be obtainable for the majority of the player base. So this is a nice carrot to chase if you are a Division 1 to top 100 player. But if you continue to lose squares as you lose games, progression is going to be very hard on this ladder for most people. So the cards you're going to be picking along the way are Gary Roberts, who you're going to see as I scroll through here, the different builds in the card, and that 87 looks kind of nasty, but I mean, I'm never going to get to see it. If early access was any indicator of where I'm going to be, I would be lucky to get this 84 Gary Roberts. But it does, like I say, look like they're taking more of a Hut Champs route with the ranked rewards, where you're chasing down packs and exclusive players to their season, which isn't a bad thing. But we noticed last year with champs, when you give exclusive rewards like this, where you're giving every level the same player, the player's name loses its lust on the ice, as you don't really know what level that player is until you see the card art. But the Brian Campbell is going to be out there for everybody that plays ranked. It's just what version of the card do you have? So you're going to see him on the ice, and it's just going to be Brian Campbell for everybody. One bonus to the way they're doing it, though, is say you select this Mike Green early on, and you realize you don't like the way he plays or your team changes, you don't need to keep taking Mike Green as you progress, because you can just pick another BND out of that next level that you reach. So that's kind of a bonus about it, right? If you hit silver, you don't need to keep the Mike Green when you hit platinum. You can shift to a different player if you thought you were going to like that card, but you ended up not liking it at all. I'll probably chase down Holik, as he's always got great faceoffs, as you see here, with 90 faceoff, but his speed is going to hurt. And then even if you do get yourself up to diamond or even elite, his faceoffs are going to be fantastic, but his speed doesn't appear to move at all. Jumping from 84 to 85, making me think that we're back to half speed progression for these players. But outside of the changes to ranked and the XP path, we got a pile of cards today, starting with the Check My Game event, which we get Shesterkin, Darlene, Brent Burns, Jack Eichel, and Matthew Tkachuk, who gets his second MSP. We got one in early access. So if you missed the early access Matthew Tkachuk, you get another one here. And then we get Lundqvist, Strome, Line, Holstrom, Janmark, Gustafsson. I was waiting for it to change. It never did. Suter, Vetrano, Geeky, Will, and John Taze back in the NHL with the Winnipeg Jets getting a card. And then new icons. We're going to get Joe Sakic, Paul Coffey, Domina Hasek, followed up by new heroes where we get Jaguar, Boyle, and Dougie Gilmore. And our rookies are all new rookies showing up where you exchange items to acquire these rookies: Binnington, Quinn Hughes, and Sidney Crosby. And then we're getting more 82 overall captains where we get Luke Hughes, Mo Sider, Connor Bedard, and Leo Carlson. But something that we didn't expect, 85 overall captains got added to sets where you can get Alexander Ovechkin, Brady Tkachuk, Drew Doughty, and my personal favorite, Miro Heiskanen, who has wicked speed and might be the best one to build. So first we'll just go with the captains in general. To get you an overall rookie choice pack, you turn in an 83 overall rookie card, which I don't see a way that we're getting that yet. Maybe that's the jumpstart rookie card that you get with like the Lane Hudson or the Macklin Celebrini that we earned in 25. And then if you turn in two 81 to 83s, you get yourself an 84 choice pack. But if you didn't get that rookie card, 5 81s to 83s will build you either Sidney Crosby, Quinn Hughes, or Jordan Binnington. And then the Hut Hero cards that you're going to be building, we're going to start with Jaguar, Boyle, and Dougie Gilmore, where you're going to need 81 to 83 overall alumni cards. And if you're lucky enough to pull alumni's or have the coins to buy them off the auction house, that's a way to go. But if you can't, then you can turn 79 to 80 alumni's into the alumni's you need to build those Hut Heroes. Or if you get your hands on a lot of those 79 to 80 alumni cards that you can transfer up to 81s, you can bring them into here to turn them in 81 to 82s to get an 83 alumni player, just in case you don't want Hut Builders and maybe you want Dominic Hasek or the Paul Coffey, which is absolutely nasty with his speed. That would be how you build the Hut Heroes, the icons, and the rookies. And then Check My Game seems to have a fresh ice card in it, where if you turn in 184 overall fresh ice player and 282 to 84 overall Check My Game players, you get yourself a choice pack for an 85 overall Check My Game MSP. So maybe you got early access, you built yourself Logan Thompson, you no longer need him or want him, he could be a perfect turn in there. But like in the past, 78 79s will get you an 80, 80 to 81s will get you an 82, and the 582 to 84s is what you will be needing to build an MSP. So you need 3 from the event and 2 regular, just like we seen last year and just like we seen with the early access fresh ice event. So this looks like the format they're going to stick with for building MSPs, which, as we know, when it gets down to February, March, April, May, these MSPs start to become very expensive. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at all these cards because there's a lot of them. Drew Doughty did get a captain card. He is LA and Canada, which both have good boosts if that is something you're looking to activate. 87 speed. But in my opinion, out of all of these captain cards we're about to see, Miro Heiskanen would be the best out of all the captains, as he has 92 speed. Dallas and Finland are both a good boost for a +1 overall, so he can get 93 speed with 89 defensive awareness, but he also has wheels and send it. Very good combination for this card. Alexander Ovechkin was one I was excited to see, but then I see nothing really too spectacular on this card, as he's got okay body check at 86. Defense is terrible. His shooting is good at 88, but his speed is abysmal. So the Alexander Ovechkin didn't really do anything for me. And then Brady Tkachuk gets unstoppable. At least he's a little bit faster than Alexander Ovechkin with 86. Shooting's there as well, and his body check's a little higher. But again, I think when it comes to the 85s, it has to be Miro Heiskanen. He just looks so impactful. And then Connor Bedard as an 82, you can select as your free card when you log into Hut for the first time. He might be the best way to go for your free 82, as he activates with Jeremy Roenick and a Finnish player to get that +2 overall, which could carry him up to a 90 shot accuracy and an 87 speed. So this card would be a very good pick. And then Leo Carlsson, same as Connor Bedard. If you're activating Teemu Selanne with the Anaheim chemistries, this Leo Carlsson would be very good with 86 speed at 6'3" to pair up with Teemu Selanne. Now, without getting any real big boosts or any big impact in that way, Luke Hughes has 90 speed and elite edges. So if you're a fan of Luke Hughes, this card is very good for you to pick up just for free and throw on your team with 90 speed at 6'2". And then the card that has been teased to us on the internet for like a week that everybody's been waiting for, find out when we get it. Here it is, the Mo Seider with truculence, and all of his stats are mid to not very good. So the card that we have been teased with is the least desirable one out of the 4. And now that you've seen how to build the rookies, what do they look like? Jordan Binnington has recharge, which activates fairly often, but I would rather have post to post or dialed in from what I've seen in the short week that I've been playing the game. 88 speed, though, is very good. 84 aggression is risky. These goalies play really far out with this high aggression, and they're easy to get the puck around. Sidney Crosby has backhand beauty and 86 faceoff. That's enough said for me. I'm going to definitely get this card because I want to try out the Sidney Crosby card, and two, backhands are nasty this year, and backhand beauty just makes it even better. And then Quinn Hughes with elite edges and 91 speed. Again, speed seems to be something they are not scared of just giving you a lot of right out of the start. And Quinn Hughes gets 91 speed and elite edges is pretty nasty. But his defense and body check, his body check, shot block are not there. His defensive awareness and stick check at 89 and 87 are good enough. But that body check, he's not pushing anybody around. The 3 HUD hero cards that we got, well, Boyle is good with 88 speed, 86 body check, elite edges. They got to change that. They just got to call it edges or something because now we're saying elite edges. But he's got elite edges with 88 speed and decent shooting, but 86 body check, 5'11", 190. He'd be okay to use, but there's so many better cards that we just got dropped on our lap. Elite dialed in is incredible. Just dialed in is incredible. Jaguar is 6'1", so that's kind of rough. 86 speed is decent. Dialed in is fantastic. I don't know if I'd run a 6'1" goalie though. But Doug Gilmour is a beautiful specimen. 89 faceoff, mid 85 shooting and 85 speed. But as a centerman with that 89 faceoff, the speed isn't terrible. It's not going to weigh you down that bad. And Born Leader can be fun, you know, putting pucks on net, blocking shots, getting checks, bringing that endurance back up or that energy back up. That is a slight problem at the start of the year. Paul Coffey has to be the best card added today out of all the cards added today because he has 94 speed with 88 endurance and 91 acceleration. This card is disgusting, and I am going to try to build it right when I am done here and see how nasty he is on the ice. But with elite wheels and tape to tape and 94 speed, this card is so gross. Dominic Hasek has post-to-post and showstopper. 91 speed is going to be impactful. 79 aggression is at the top end. That's the highest you want to be is 79 aggression. You don't like getting into the 80s, but he's still 6'1", so I'm still always going to be sus of that. Now, Joe Sakic, on the other hand, 89 speed, 90 acceleration, 87 faceoff, 93 shooting accuracy, and elite quick release. This card is something else. If you can get the Sweden, Colorado, Czech Republic activation for the boost, you actually get this Joe Sakic up to 91 speed, 89 faceoff, and 95 wrist shot accuracy. 95 wrist shot accuracy with quick release. This card could be absolutely broken, firing the puck on net from anywhere. So this might be a card worth getting your hands on and trying to activate before that lineup combination of Czech, Sweden, and Colorado gets way too expensive. Now that we've seen all these crazy good cards, let's take a look at the event, which might be left in the dust, in the shadow realms of all the cards dropped today. But let's take a peeky poo, shall we? We've got Brent Burns, 6'5", massive size and everything. But with the defenseman you've seen today, are you really going to go get 85 speed, 79 endurance, Brent Burns? You're probably not going to do that. Rasmus Dahlin, on the other hand, is 6'3", 85 speed, 84 endurance, so his endurance is a little bit better. But again, with the cards we've seen today, I don't know if I would be confident jumping on this Rasmus Dahlin at the price tag that he's taking. Jack Eichel has 89 speed with quick release and elite edges and a good shot. If you get 2 New York Rangers, you can get an overall boost on Jack Eichel, so that's something to keep in mind. Shesterkin has sponge and showstopper. 88 speed, but again, 6'1" goalies. Until I see some big differences in goalies, 6'1" scares me. And then Matthew Tkachuk again. I love that Matthew Tkachuk's getting MSPs out the wazoo, but we could have had anybody here. We could have had Barkov here if they wanted to represent Florida. We could have had anybody here. But we get Matthew Tkachuk with truculent and unstoppable. 85 speed, 86 endurance, 87 wrist shot accuracy. This is actually a really good card. And I think he might be worth building. but that 85 speed is really slow when you consider all the cards we've gotten with all the 88 to 90 plus speeds we've been getting. And then these are the base cards. I'm going to flip through them so you can see them. Pause it at anybody you want. If I see something that stands out, I will stop. Like this Jonathan Toews with 95 face-off. Holy, that's ridiculous. 95 face-off on Jonathan Toews is absolutely crazy. And that's wild. I don't even know what to say about that. 95 face-off. Connor Geeky isn't a bad card either, but nothing stands out to me like that Jonathan Toews with that face-off. That face-off is absolutely ridiculous. And if you didn't see in the Fresh Ice event, there was an Anthony Mantha that was ridiculous with his speed. We're just going to cruise through here and see if there's any cheap end cards that stand out like that, like maybe this Suter who has 87 speed and 83 shooting. So that's not terrible, and he's got quick release. But then as we zip through, we got Holmstrom and we got Yarncroak, who don't really jump out at me, or this guy. And then Niles Lundqvist as well. Sparkplug's fun to use and it activates in a great... Nope, don't do that. Sparkplug's fun to use, and on the forecheck, it usually activates pretty well and gives you a nice speed boost off of there. So that could be a fun card. And 1 million would save you salary, which by the looks of these cards, you're going to need a lot of salary. And then if you go through wild card, you'll get this Zachary. If you're a Montreal fan, St. Louis fan even, this card might be right up your alley for a free card with 81 speed and wheels. But as for this Check My Game event, it is definitely going to be left in the dust behind all the other cards we have just gotten here today. Okay, guys, that is going to be the global launch, world launch, season 1 takeoff, whatever we want to call it. That is going to be everything that they dropped here today. I have got to go absolutely crush everything they've given us. Good thing I am doing an uncapped subathon right now over on Twitch. I hope to see you there. But if I don't, thank you for watching. Give it a big old thumbs up if you liked it. Until next time, ciao, ciao.